Commissioner Dupnick.
Here.
Judge Garza.
Here, we've got a full court. At this time, we hear from citizens to be heard. You want to go now or wait till we reach that agenda item? Okay, how about, do you want to read John's now or?
Yeah, I'll just read it during the, when we
Okay.
get to that
All
agenda.
right, well, yep.
Kids up, whatever I do.
Something with kids.
Yeah, something with kids. My other hat. I'm gonna change my other glasses too. Is this on?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, commissioners. My name is Michaela Alston and I reside at 403 Trailer Boulevard. I appreciate the opportunity to speak today regarding the ongoing challenges with the courthouse project. I have known Michael Miller, John and Liz Murray for several years now and have witnessed their unwavering dedication to this community. While I understand that every issue has multiple perspectives and sides, one thing remains clear. Teal Construction has consistently shown up to defend their role in this project. With experience in construction, I recognize the critical importance of having the right architectural firm and well-developed plans in place from the start. Unfortunately, it appears that this foundational element was not properly established in this case. From the beginning, the county has been misled and misdirected by key individuals and firms, and those early missteps are now evident in the project's challenges. I have personally worked with Teal on 2 construction projects alongside architects highly knowledgeable about the Coastal Bend's unique climate and building requirements. These experiences were successful due to a well-qualified, hands-on architectural firm and strong communication between all stakeholders throughout the process. Additionally, I must ask, why is the county continuing to hire more inspectors for this project when there are already multiple layers of oversight in place between city inspections, engineers, architects, and a third party from New York City? Ongoing inspections have been conducted throughout this process. At what point do we acknowledge that more inspectors will not resolve the root issue? Poor decision-making at the project's inception did. I strongly urge the county to put an end to the unnecessary financial strain on taxpayers by ensuring that future hires possess the expertise needed to manage a project of this scale. Continuing to engage individuals or firms lacking the required knowledge of construction and the Coastal Bend specific challenges will only perpetuate the issues. If accountability is not established at the root cause, decisions made at the project's inception is not addressed. The county will continue to face setbacks. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. And you want to wait till the item, Mr. Miller? Mr. Hutt, would you like to speak now?
Jeff Hutt, 2201 Prairie Road. I'm speaking in support of item 4, hiring an independent inspecting consultant. My question really to the court is, why are we at this point having to go out and hire an independent inspecting consultants? Why was this not included in the original contract? I would figure before we would want to sign the papers or take over the property that we'd want to have a third party inspector. Last thing, I also think that what we see today and what we continue to see in these meetings is one of the real reasons that we want to hire as much as we can outside of the community. And the reason I say that is because y'all, and I mean, I know I bash sometimes, but I mean, y'all are really faced with difficult decisions to make. And when members of the community come up and push you towards a certain decision or a certain thing, it's one thing. But when you have large members of the community who are coming out and defending contractors, defending folks who y'all have to make kind of nuts and bolts, dollars and cents decisions on, it makes it very difficult for y'all. And this has been an ongoing thing, and it's nothing against like Teal. I mean, good for Teal, but you know, they had the Bay Education Center, they had the Center for the Arts, they had the school district, they had you guys at the City Hall. So within a small community, probably over $110 million of bonds. We went out to one company who the individual just so happens to live in our community. And possibly done everything perfect. But what it does, it creates these tensions between the community and y'all because it becomes personal for people from the community. And it doesn't, they're not able to see the nuts and bolts. They don't know what goes on behind closed doors, what you have to do. So let's learn from our past. And when the future comes along, let's take one of these things into considerations, that we should look outside our community to firms that do not have connections and cannot lead to this sort of public outrage over your decision, or public outcry, better yet, over your decisions when it comes to making these financial decisions. That's it. Thank you. I really like Michaela. I'm not like here to disagree with her, you know, so. Yeah.
And-
I just want to say that.
And I do want to say nothing happens behind closed doors in this court. Thank you. All right, we'll move on to item number 1. You have a motion.
I move to authorize the county judge to sign the general land office state contract amendment number 6, community development block grant, disaster recovery number 20065-098 C270. This amendment updates the performance statement to reflect the final quantities completed in several project sites, extends the grant end date to August 2025 to allow for construction completion of unfinished project sites and to reallocate project site budgets accordingly.
Second.
Got a motion, a second.
I just wanted to let everyone know we did receive the amendment. Y'all had it in with the attachments. This amendment will allow us to go through August of 25. As you know, last Friday, the 28th of February was the end of the GLO contract. This amendment does extend it out to August of 25, which will allow us to complete the 2 projects that have not been finished and to get all the closeout documents completed.
That's good.
Jackie,
Yes, ma'am.
on page 9 of attachment A6, there's a note down under the first budget bracket where it says Aransas County insurance proceeds of $24,857 for Rockport Volunteer Fire Department Tower. And that's referring to one thing. And then another item is $2,500 for appraisal service related to the parking lot and $16,000 for architectural services related to community building will be paid out of the Aransas County General Fund. And why is that?
Those were paid out, actually, when we did the application to begin with, the fire department did, I'm looking for the word, acknowledge that they would put that $24,000 in. They did give us
Okay.
the money.
All right.
We did receive that. The other 2 were things that were not originally in the plan that were required, so we did have to pay those out of local funds.
Okay. Thank you.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline,
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
All right, passes. I can sign that DocuSign now? All right. Remind me. Item number 2.
Move to approve change order number 4 for the construction contract for Southwest Aransas County Drainage Improvement in the county's general land office GLO Community Development Block Grant Disaster Recovery Contract number 20-065-098-C270 LCR Total Transport Request an increase in the contract time by additional 30 days.
I'll second that.
Change order 4 adds 30 calendar days to the project and brings the construction contract end date to March 30th of 25.
And you're getting pretty close to using all the grant money up.
I will be bringing you another change order probably, hopefully at the next meeting, regularly scheduled. Well, not the next one, but the one after that to add street work out there. And we're just working through those numbers right now.
And if you bring that,
I'll be adding probably at least another 30 days.
okay, that
Yes,
was
ma'am.
going to be my next
Yes,
question.
ma'am.
So we anticipate this will probably go to at least April 30th,
At least to the
First
end of April, possibly into May, depending.
but they are still doing work there.
Yes, yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, Daryl.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline,
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, passes. Item number 3.
Move to approve. Go ahead.
I move to approve the DLF two Incorporated change order number 013 to the Aransas County Community Building / Plaza Parking Lot General Land Office Community Development Block Grant Disaster Recovery Contract number 20-065-098-C270. This change order will extend the contract time by 61 days to April 30th, 2025.
Second that.
Motion second.
Good afternoon, Judge and Commissioners. This again is just an additional extension of the time. We're adding 61 days. We suspect that we will be done before that. We're pretty close right now. When the Smithsonian leaves next week, we'll be able to get back in there and finish those punch list items that we completed in January, or did the list in January.
And they've done a great job. What are we going to do about the vegetation?
So the grass is already in place. Yep. And so we are working on, we have a water well that we're using, and Facilities has been watering the plants right now. I don't know if they have enough time yet to do the grass. I don't know. That's Renee's
Okay.
wheelhouse.
And I know she's trying to work with the city because some of the watering restrictions have been relaxed in Corpus Christi.
Yeah, I don't believe the city of Rockport's going
Not
to do
yet.
that.
Thank you.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline,
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, passes. Item number 4.
I move to disapprove hiring independent inspection consultants as allowed under section 13.4.2 of the county's contract with Teal Construction Company, which would direct the architect to take action as identified in section 13.4.2 and authorize county judge to execute any necessary documents. And
I'll
again,
sec-
I'm moving to disapprove that.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second?
I have a few things I'd like to say. First, I'm going to read a letter from John Murray, who is one of my constituents in Precinct 3. Commissioner Rousseau, I am John Murray and I reside at 13 Kingfisher Lane, Rockport, Texas. I would appreciate your reading this statement to the court in reference to agenda item number 4, in which you will deliberate engaging additional third-party consultants. I'm sorry I'm not able to be there in person as I am currently tending to a personal matter. Teal is not opposed to an independent inspector. However, it should be someone we can both agree to that can be constructive and not trying to build a litigation case. We have had 2 past experiences with Charisma Consulting. In both instances, they came up with large damage models that were totally unfounded. In both cases, we ultimately prevailed, but not without considerable time and money being spent by all parties. They are typically seen in cases with plaintiff attorneys trying to build up litigation. I can almost guarantee this involvement will lead to expensive and time-consuming lawsuits. Another expert consultant that was referenced is Guadalupe Garza with Baldwin Roofing, who Teal does business with on a regular basis. He has informed us that he was approached months ago, but declined to participate. My question is, why waste money on another roof inspection? The roof work has been observed by both the architect and Broadus, and Teal brought the roof manufacturer to the job to inspect the installation, which they have approved for their manufacturer's extended warranty. Also, there is no need to spend money on MEP inspection, as the engineer of record, DBR, is the commissioning agent and will provide inspection of all systems. The county has already paid for this as part of their professional services. Regarding mold and air quality, 2 separate tests have been conducted and both have passed. These test results have been sent to the county and to Judge Garza. Furthermore, the building air barrier was inspected and approved by the manufacturer. Teal has provided all the backup documents to support these items. We all want this building to be finished and for the additional expenses on both sides to stop. Teal has to date spent $23,000 on building envelope consultants alone to find a solution to the window problem. Keep in mind, we were not working in an effort to dispute the architect's design. We were merely trying to identify the source of the water intrusion that no one else could locate. Considering what we spent on the window issue, think about how large the cost could be for what you are considering today. We have provided all the documents for the testing and inspections that have already been completed, so that money doesn't have to be spent twice. I do not believe that spending more taxpayer dollars for reinspection helps those directly involved or the citizens of Aransas County. Thank you, John Murray, CEO, Teal Construction. The reason that I disapprove, or I'm recommending we disapprove this, we had a meeting possibly 2 weeks ago. We've had so many meetings lately, to be honest, it's a little hard to keep track. But it was when we were at the City Services Building. And I believe it was the consensus of the Commissioners Court that we wanted to know how much it would cost to get the windows fixed and to get the elevator running and to get those things done. And then at some time in the future, we could have an inspection. Could be misstating this, but I don't believe I am. When we had our last meeting, I was hopeful that we would have on there some of that information. Unfortunately, we did not get what we asked for and were promised by Paul Burnett with PGAL in time to add it to the agenda that Tracy had to post. So what I would like to do is to get the windows fixed, to see if the elevator has passed inspection, and move towards substantial completion. And when we are getting ready for our final punch list, that then we have inspections done where they need to be done.
Mike, did you want to speak?
I believe I'm done for right now. Thank you, Mike.
I'd like to speak whenever she has a chance also.
Okay.
I'll
I'll let,
let Mike.
go ahead, Mike. You go first.
Michael Miller, Teal Construction. Is this one? Yeah. I didn't prepare anything today. I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys. Mr. Murray's letter pretty much states everything, but I just wanted to kind of share. I guess about 4 years ago, there was a change in legislation at the state level. For a long period of time, school districts are getting approached by plaintiffs' attorneys saying, hey, you built a building 9 years ago. The statute of limitations for latent defects is 10 years. And this won't cost you anything. We'll bring in some consultants. They often use Christopher Consulting for these efforts. They said, we'll bring in some consultants. They'll take a look at your building. And if there's anything that we feel that can be recoverable for the school district, we'll let you know. And school districts were saying, great, I'm hearing free money. So these guys would come in and they tear a building apart and say, oh my gosh, everything is wrong with this building. It's covered in mold. They forgot to put this, they forgot to put that, you know, and then insurance companies and settlements were made, and school districts got a big old pile of money that they could do whatever they wanted with. About 3 years ago or 4 years ago, there was a change at the state level saying that they couldn't do contingent deals with attorneys anymore. So if a school district had a real need, they had to pay the attorneys themselves and then get their legal fees reimbursed. And the most important rule there was any judgment that you get has to be used to correct the deficiencies that were on the building that you're claiming. And that put an end to all these lawsuits and all these consultants and everything else. Everything that both the city and the county has expressed to Teal Construction Company is that you don't want to go to a fight in a legal battle. You don't want to go to litigation. Hiring consultants like these pretty much guarantees it. So I just, you know, we're here. To me, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. And however many of these outside influences as we could keep out of this is important. Mr. Hutt made the observation that that these consultants, you know, why weren't they included in the original base scope of work? The fact is they were. And we have all the reports. All the answers to your questions have already been tested. And this binder, and I can provide you with a link that you can have you've got all the information on the roof, the roofing warranty, the resolution there, the air and moisture barrier warranty. We had all of the manufacturers come out and inspect the installations. They said that they're good. We have mold test number 1 from back in April 8th of 2024, mold test number 2 from August 5th of 2024. But constantly, week after week, I have to come in here and defend my people's work. If we did something messed up, I would be the first to tell you. Because contrary to Mr. Hutt's statements about us being local and, appearing to use influence on the commissioner's court, we're local and we are happy to serve this community, because anytime there's an issue, all you have to do is pick up a phone and call us and we'll be there in 5 minutes. But I'm down here week after week defending our work in various different spaces. Here, the aquarium, the city services building. Let's get you into your building so that we can have an address that we can make certain on an agenda. I mean, it's critically important to this community, but the more we ball this up, bring in more sets of eyes, more people trying to basically ensure that we don't get paid, the longer it takes to get out of here. So let's work together. And I appreciate everybody's commitment to this community as well. Oh, and one last thing on a lighter note, at 5 o'clock, we've got a ribbon cutting over at Fulton Elementary. So love to see y'all if y'all can make it. Very excited about that project. Went extremely smoothly, on budget, under budget, and on time. So come see what we can do whenever we've got a team working together. Thanks.
Yeah.
I did. I just want to say there's a couple of things. It's my understanding as the building is being constructed, we have had inspectors, our architect company and the county hired a project management company to check on everything. And if they've been doing their job in tandem with Teal, I think everything should be correct. There's still work needs to be done on the courthouse. I think everybody understands that. There's still some things that have to be done. And we haven't got to the point where there's a punch list. So that needs to be done before we bring in a inspection. And the other thing is, when it says independent inspector, I have an issue because the independent inspector is being chosen or suggested by the county attorney's office, by the consultant that the county attorney recommended we hire. So I don't see anything independent in the process of that. Not saying any malice is done, but to recommend inspectors from that standpoint, I don't think that's really an independent inspector. I think it's being, we're being guided, and I've had some concerns about us being guided along the way. And I think our main goal is to get this courthouse completed. If you go in there, it's a beautiful building. It looks great. I mean, you can see there's a few things that need to be done, but if we can get in there, we can move this county ahead and we can save taxpayers a lot of money, I think. And I think that outweighs any concerns we have that are internal to the building.
I'd like to say something too. We look for professionals to do the work for us, okay? And Teal Construction, whether they're lagging or ahead or whatever it is, they do a lot of stuff. I mean, they do a lot of stuff in it. And we have a lot of structures that have been built by Teal all throughout South Texas. I think sometimes the court and the contractors kind of get their ankles up. But the bottom line is we got a beautiful courthouse, and there's some problems with it, and we need to get through those problems. But I don't think going to court action at this point is in any way necessary. Also, if we're going to get an inspector in there, we need to get the inspector in there so that they can do it after everything is done and Teal is ready to hand us the keys. We need to make sure that everything that we paid for, we got. But we don't do that midstream. I think that any building that's this size, any amount of money that's spent this much needs to have an independent inspector before you hand the keys over. And the minor things, the last list that I got from Broadus showed a whole bunch of just little things. that, you know, are just, some of them are just almost minuscule, but other things are the elevator and make sure that the windows don't leak and things like that. They're all things that are planned to be fixed. So I don't think we need, an independent, construction auditor, if you will, at this particular stage. We may need it in 3 or 4 or 5 months whenever we're ready to do the final thing. But the bottom line here is the contractors that we hired do this stuff all the time. We haven't done it in 45 years. You know, so we didn't have experience in building a new courthouse. And, you know, and a lot of people think that we do this every day, and we don't. You know, we have to look to professionals. We don't always agree with professionals. I do electrical work, and I guarantee you I do as good a job as can possibly be done with my skill level and everything. I've been doing it 50 years. I do everything I can to do that, but I still have things that I miss. I have little things that the customer will come back and say, well, you didn't get this straight, or maybe you forgot this. I just take care of it. Okay. That's what I do. That's the reason why I've been in business for 50 years. Okay. And I think that's what we're trying to do here with all the people involved. I think it's premature to hire somebody else to point fingers. I want to get in the courthouse, get ready to accept the keys to the courthouse, and then have one organization to come and just take a look and see if everything looks like it's time to inhabit the courthouse. I'm tired of paying for change orders, and I've expressed this before. If they're necessary, we pay for them. If they're unnecessary, we don't pay for them. But we've gotten to the point right now that I don't think we're nitpicking, but we've got some things that need to be fixed. And Teal has addressed those issues, and they've promised us in court that they would handle those issues. And I'm ready to give them some time to do it. I want a date for us to be in the courthouse, and I would like that date soon. And Miss L in the back, you know, she's got her eye on everything, and you know, but none of us are trained in this area except maybe Judge Garza. And if it wasn't for Judge Garza, I think we'd have been down the road a long ways to fiasco. I think his expertise has helped us out a bunch, but I mean, we've just spent dollars after dollars after dollars trying to get something that we just really are right at the point of being done. And I just want to get done. Thank you.
We received a letter from Paul Bonnet, the one that I had requested, and it came in February 24th, which I believe was a week ago. And in that, they recommend directing that the court direct Teal Construction to perform the work that it's outlined. The intent of the work is to correct non-conforming as constructed condition at the windows. That's what I thought we were going to be discussing at our last meeting. We're not discussing it today, but I sure want to get this as an action item on our agenda for next Monday, right? Don't we have a meeting next Monday, our regular meeting? Because this is a directive from our architect saying that they recommend we get them to do that work. Once they get the windows in, they can do the taping, the floating, the painting, stuff on fixing the carpet or floors, whatever they're going to do. And we can move down the line. We can find out about the elevator. We can start to look at an end date.
All right. Commissioner, you got anything?
No.
Yeah, I still believe we need a third-party inspector, but I am with Commissioner. Timing's the issue. Seems like it's too early. But we will get one. All right, will the clerk call roll?
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline,
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick,
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye. And
Thank you. Hope to see you all this afternoon.
Go fix our windows.
We have to vote on it first.
Do what?
We have to vote on it first
motion to adjourn.
Do we have
Move
closed?
to adjourn.
to adjourn.
Do we have closed or not?
Do we have a closed session? Okay. Oh, it wasn't on the agenda. That's why I was. Okay.
I move to adjourn.
Second.
Commissioner Cheney,
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline,
Aye.
Commissioner Russo,
Aye.
Commissioner Dubnik.
Aye.
Judge Garza.